Are you enjoying sitting in that chair?
Yes. Good evening and welcome to the second edition. What are you doing? What is that? Are you playing an accordion? What are you doing?
I kind of wanted you to make that bigger. That's
okay. I'll make it bigger. That's fine. That's good. We have no viewers yet. So
that's
okay.
Good.
We can edit this out.
We have no viewers.
Expand video.
It's good that we have no
I
viewers.
expanded the video as big as it can go.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I better get to today's feed. Should I follow mine or yours? I'll go with mine. You're going to have to be in charge of your people. Well, so yesterday we did our first podcast.
Yeah, and we're not canceled yet. So that's a good thing.
Yet.
It is Friday night. I will put a disclaimer that there may have been some medicinal something or other taken earlier.
It was literally medicinal. It just happens to be that it's kicked in now. So tonight we will have 2 buttons. This one rings like a bell, but I can't work it right now. Anyway, you can have this one for when you want to tell me to stop talking, but
Sure.
I'm going to ignore it. This one is for when...
That's why you took the thing out of it.
I'm going to prison if I finish the sentence I'm making.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's
Literally. Do not
Our
let
one
him be
viewer went
melodramatic.
away, so
Do not let him be melodramatic. This is the one you hit if I'm about to say something that's going to get me wrongfully imprisoned.
Will you stop immediately?
Okay. And this one
That is just your regular
is
stop.
just to placate
That's
you.
your regular stop.
Okay. So, anyway.
Todd White is watching. We
love Todd White. He says hi. So actually tonight what we want to do is try to save the majority of our interactions to the end, where we're just going to like stay and talk to people for however long people want to talk. So like the first half will be us going live and doing the podcast, and then maybe we'll go off and go back on again. We'll figure it out. But the point is we'll go live and interact with our friends that entire time, and because why not? So what do you want to talk about?
Well, it is Friday. Yeah, I'll just tell you, after last night, and we had a lot of responses, a lot of great responses, and we were trying to, just put a little bit more effort, like, what do we want to talk about? All that goes out of the window once this thing goes live, that, we're like, oh my God, well, let's talk about the lottery, or let's talk about what you got for Christmas as a kid, and like, it just goes out the window. So, we just let it fly. And I was talking to somebody today about how many of these podcasts do we do, and I said, well, until we run out of things to talk about, which is like never. So we're hopeful that this podcast thing will take off. No, it was not George.
Okay.
But it was it was kind of funny, because you always think about, oh geez, we're gonna sit there and talk about old married stuff, that kind of stuff, but it sort of just flows, especially when she's
I'm high half the time, so. Is really what he's trying to say. I'm not really high half the time, but usually by the end of the day I'm in so much pain and so nauseous that I have to take something. So I try to take as little as I can. I usually microdose during the day. I haven't been lately because I need a new vape, but I've been taking the cannabis oil straight, which is both good for treatment and of both Lyme and cancers and a million other things, Crohn's, whatever, IBS, ADHD, anyway,
whatnot.
And all the whatnots. But do your own research. I'm not a doctor, and this show is not safe to be watched by anyone.
Just be warned.
That's our disclaimer.
Well, you will be offended. You'll be offended and chagrined.
Neither of us have jobs. Like, we can't be in charge of you. We don't have anything for you to sue us for.
No, not at all.
Oh,
go ahead. You have something?
They could sue for that.
Oh, well, we're gonna try and avoid that.
Side note: have you seen those videos of the dogs with like all the things and they say words?
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Okay, whether you believe the dogs or not, I think we're becoming them, but I think we need like a lot
buttons
of them.
With words?
Like we can have like okay, hear me out.
Here it goes, guys.
Hear me out. We have like
hang on,
a wall that pulls out, or like a panel or something, and it's got like 20 buttons on it, and we can smack them. It has to be close to me because I can't get up.
Wait. So you want to?
Or maybe I get a pull and I.
Wait, don't you just text each other? Isn't it the same thing? Texting each other is to slapping a button on a wall with a word on it.
No. The point is to have the word, like, because when you say, like, when you hit on the button, it goes, like, you could be like...
Easy, this is easy, or whatever.
You could be like, baby butt, and then it would say baby butt. Or juicy
I don't know
lips.
why you would want a button to say that.
So everyone knows why your pants fall off. Oh my God.
So,
wait. My friend had the cutest little baby. I think it was number 2. I don't know if they put their kids' names on the internet, so I'm not going to say it. But she had this baby, and we changed her diaper. Like, she was like 3 days old. We changed her diaper, and her butt was bigger than Doug's. And to this day, she's like a little teeny tiny thing. But somehow her butt bigger than Doug's at birth. So they call him baby butt. And they buy him things like baby butt cream for Christmas.
That's hysterical. It really is. Oh, it's so funny.
What?
You know, you're making fun of a detriment.
Do you know you can use baby butt cream for it?
No.
Sun protection.
Oh, excellent.
And you know what?
Which, by the way, is kind of a factor here in Southwest Florida. And actually, last night I rewatched the part of the tape and listen to me, old timer, part of the video, and it looked like we were on a green screen, but we are not. It's actually the sunset back here in southern Florida, and we're in our lanai, like the Golden Girls, eating cheesecake.
Where's my cheesecake?
And so we were talking about as this gets into the hotter months, we're not going to want to be out here at all. It's between the heat and the storms in the afternoon that you guys are so well aware of.
I can always promise you that we'll be recorded live. I cannot always promise you that we will be outside in Florida heat, especially because, like, even tonight, it's very sticky.
It's muggy. What's it like where you are?
Oh God, no! We're not supposed to be. What are you doing? Like,
I was trying to be Willard Scott. Remember, he used to say,
I know, but
"What's
our
going
point
on in
was
your
that
neck
we
of the
were going
woods?"
to
or
have
whatever.
our show, and then we were going to interact with people.
I wasn't interacting. Why are you blaming me for things? Oh, there's people walking by. What are you doing over there? We're doing a podcast.
Marital hate.
Keep walking.
Marital hate. Oh my God, the dog down the street is going to keep barking even more and more. So while we're on the subject of baby butt cream that you can use to put on your nose to protect from the sun, I had a little color today. And also, I had a zit. The same zit from yesterday. I get like a zit, like, I don't know, like once every 3 months. Just right there.
Yeah, just
every time.
Riveting content.
Listen to me. It's getting... I will throw you in the pool.
Okay, keep going. Are you enjoying sitting in that chair?
Punch you in the dick. Okay, listen. So I put concealer on, but then I was like, oh, I have this big white spot. And I'm like, oh, well, I have some circles under my eyes, so I'll put some concealer there. And then, this was not a YouTube makeup tutorial, and nor is this. It gets worse. So then I'm like, oh my God, I look like a ghost.
So I walk in the bedroom. And I'm looking at Mrs. Doubtfire. And all I said was, hello!
That was actually after I put on blush and bronzer. You said
so it was worse. Well, you tell me it was worse before.
And then I went back in and I got, I put more bronzer on. And then I came out and I saw on the camera how white my neck was. Like, it was way more white than this. And I told Doug to put his art school education to work and blend out my neck. And that is the 3rd time Doug's art degree has come in incredibly handy. The first time was, did I say degree?
Yeah, you did say degree.
It wouldn't be punk if it was.
I will tell the story later.
It's a good story. Okay, anyway, the first time was my dad's license plate on his car was like faded so much that they wouldn't renew his registration or his inspection sticker, because Massachusetts has inspections. Thank God we don't have to deal with that anymore. Anyway, so the letters were all faded, so the guy was like, you have to go to the DMV, and my dad was like, no. And so my dad bought the paint to match, and of course we went to visit them on their like vacation in Falmouth. Oh my God, we have to loop back on that. But anyway, he painted, my dad hands him a paintbrush and has him repaint the letters on the license plate. And that is the only time.
After he'd already attempted. So not in addition to the red paint, I also needed some white paint.
Do you have any idea how much it bothered my dad that you could do something he couldn't do? It is the only time my father has had any use for Doug, because Doug will not let him trash me into the Stone Age.
No, I will not.
Why?
You're my wife, and you are an amazing person, and
your wife has had discipline. And Doug's like,
don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Why?
So when was the other time?
See, but
my art career is.
He blocked me on Facebook, so it's not like he can see that.
So what about my other my other times?
So the other 2 times were when we had damage to our wood floors and you painted them, perfect. They look like
Yeah, with scratches on the
brand new
floors. I
wood.
got out my oil paints.
And
None the
then-
wiser.
And then today, when he
I did.
my
I
neck,
blame.
but I
But you
honestly-
can see. Yeah.
honestly, what
yeah.
he needed was something else.
What you needed was to know that you were going to be on camera
I
and
could
not
just
be
put
out
my-
here for
if
6
I put
hours.
my hair down, my aunt is laughing about that. That's amazing. If I put my hair down, it will hide the like discoloration. Do I have vitiligo? Do you know Joe Rogan has vitiligo?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, does it have? Please, I don't. Can someone please educate us on vitiligo? Like, because I always thought of Michael Jackson, and of course, I've seen it in other African Americans, and I actually think that they have the most beautiful skin. I don't know why. I just think that people with vitiligo, particularly, it's something I find attractive. Is that weird?
No, you like weird things. You like, yeah. Look at me.
Why do you look so small compared to?
I don't know. I don't know. It's lighting.
This makes me feel
lighting.
really freaking fat. Can I just so those are the 3 times you were useful. I want to say something.
Oh,
though.
I was useful 3 times. Count them.
With your art, with your painting, fancy stuff.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for you to finish the painting from our honeymoon 9.5 years ago. It's good done.
It's like our marriage. It's an ongoing evolution of art and love.
See, no, I want to tell you like that our marriage sucks or the painting sucks. I can't do that. I love you.
Oh, that's so nice.
Don't be a dick. I was trying to
Be a dick. I made a painting. I just didn't finish it.
I don't even know what to tell you.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, so what I was gonna say is something that we talked about today, and it's on a serious note. And look at me, I can be almost normal. It's on a serious note. So many people reached out to us, and people I didn't know. I don't know if there's anybody neither of us knew. That, like, I think there were people that were our Facebook friends that we didn't know. But we just wanted to thank everybody. Like I had like, I don't know, like 5 messages that made me tear up. Like, they were just so kind. And I always felt like this is just like we're being real with you. I'm gonna be real. My whole life I never felt I wasn't wanted as a child, and I was shuffled amongst my family, and I never really felt wanted or loved. And until I met this knucklehead.
I shouldn't play the violin for you.
And then I was, you're a dick. I will.
No, you won't.
You guys, it could happen. It could happen at any.
No.
Y'all need to like start taking a pool like a bets. Sell squares. Which episode is it when I finally throw them in the fucking pool?
That's not nice. It's not nice.
The only reason I would even consider throwing Doug in the pool is because he can't swim. The problem is, we don't have
Pool's
life
not that deep.
insurance.
Pool's
Well,
not
I
that
have
deep.
life insurance. He doesn't.
Why do you have to share our deep
Please
dark
don't
secrets?
kill my husband. I mean, unless you have money and you want to marry me, then we'll talk.
Well, that could happen.
Oh, do you think there's somebody that wants to marry
Charlie
me?
Brooks.
Oh, God.
Charlie Brooks out there. You can have part of the Charlie Brooks fortune.
Well, Charlie actually wants to come on one of the podcasts.
That would
so
be
that should
amazing.
Interesting. But
Charlie's
anyway,
is a good dude, and
He has a hell of a story.
he's got stories, and he's got the
He's
best
such
voice.
a voice. Oh, he's got the best voice.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, what I wanted to say is thank you all so much. Like, the first time I ever really felt loved in my life was when I met Doug, and
be
then
true.
yeah,
Really?
no. Oh my God, why are you gonna make me cry? Like, you're really like Oprah on me? Like,
No, that was Barbara Walters. Made people cry.
Anyway, the point
And she
is
is
such a
dead.
dick. Can't you just not be a dick?
Barbara Walters was a dick. I'm just reporting that back to you. Yeah.
Did you see what she did to Brooke Shields? Made her stand
There was a
up.
lot of bad stuff that was happening to Brooke Shields and
Poor
Brooke
girl.
Shields' life.
Anyway,
Brooke, if you're watching,
we're sorry.
come on our show. We'll talk to you in like an adult.
You're gonna like leverage her sadness. That's not cool.
Not leveraging her
It's
sadness.
like you're trying to.
No, come on the show and we'll have fun. See, I'm trying to
You
cheer
want to make
her
her
up.
so we're not going to be like, oh, remember that time the entire nation like molested you?
That was it was like
Visually,
Chris
hello,
Farley.
as a nation, we visually molested this child.
Hey, Brooke Shields, you remember that?
America.
Remember when you were in that movie
I love my country, but
with Willie Ames?
the problem is Hollywood.
That was awesome.
All right, we can't talk at the same time because that's got to be confusing for them. Unless they're all like ADD, like
They
us.
tuned into this. They get what they get.
Do you think these people have ADD like we do?
Probably.
That's a poll we could ask right
It's
there.
from Bisquick. It's a conspiracy theory I'm just coming up with right now. that ADD is caused by Bisquick. Watch, they're gonna sue me now. Yeah, they're gonna sue me. The makers of Bisquick are gonna sue me for accusing them of causing ADD and ADHD, some sort of D.
That wasn't a
She's creating a poll, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, so there should be a poll. Is there a poll?
It could be a poll
There might be a poll.
on Doug's feed, not on Stacy's.
Oh yeah, I don't have. I have a feed, but we're using my phone tonight because the video quality was so terrible last night. Cheryl's saying she can't hear us. Is not good tonight. Okay. So go over to Doug's page, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put this on my page.
Oh, you know, is
Is
this
it set to public?
I'm gonna set it to public.
Should have been to public all along.
I don't know.
Go scroll up.
Scroll up. There is no scroll up.
Over there where it says Doug Gears Live now. You see the little two men?
The little two men.
So I wonder.
I don't know what she's talking about. Okay.
I wonder why they can't hear me. Is it because it's plugged in?
Yeah, maybe. We're sorry, folks. We're taking a little pause here to try and rectify the situation. I'll make it public, and anybody.
It should always be public.
Okay.
Can you
There
share
we go.
That? Can you share that to my wall?
Share this to your wall. No, I can't leave.
Sorry, can
I
somebody?
can't leave that.
I'll go to Doug's wall and do it myself.
Yeah, there you go. Look, that's last night. She just pulls up last night, and I see myself talking, and then there's
We don't
me
know
talking.
what the
about-
hell
we
we're
don't know what
doing.
we're doing. Last night was so much better.
Maybe they're gonna hate us.
Hmm.
I'm on an emotional roller coaster.
We're also on other things that cause various munchies.
Oh my
things
God.
like that. Well, we ran out of things to say. Good night, folks.
No, we haven't. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The problem is that I have to approve anything that goes on my wall. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna. What in the hell kind of fancy fucking bird is that?
One thing about Florida is there's all kinds of birds.
Oh,
Yes, we do need a producer, Deb. This
Look at them. We don't have any money.
No, it's a gratis.
If you look up at the moon, oh, you can't see it, but the moon right now, it looks like a Cheshire cat smile. It's absolutely amazing.
You can kind of see it.
It's so cool. Actually, the last time we had a Cheshire cat moon, our friend Val had actually sent us a picture. She posted a picture, and I had seen I'd gotten a terrible picture, so I stole hers. Took all the credit.
It's not good. It's called forgery. No, I don't know what
kidding, I love
Suck
you.
it, Val. That's not nice.
Why is that not nice?
I-
Oh, so I just decided that I'm just gonna end mine, and
just put
and
ours
then we'll
on
use
later.
yours for the recording. So sorry everybody for that.
Yeah, if
just
every-
give me 30
yeah.
seconds, and I will be live in a new feed. Just hit finish on that one, Doug.
I'm hitting finish. Don't mind me. Last night went so much smoother for our first night. Now tonight we're just trying new things. It's like artwork, but we can edit this down for the YouTube version, and then those folks hadn't sat behind this whole
Is that off?
nonsense. It should be off because I pushed the button. And
No.
no, no.
We got logged out of that. Hit next. Don't shut it off though, because I want to.
Post for 30 days or just delete.
Yeah, post for 30 days.
Okay, so that they'll see the first 20 minutes.
Can you pull that down? Sorry, guys. We suck at this, and we're not even going to edit this out. We're just going to tell.
No, we're gonna edit it out.
Well, no, we're not. We're going to leave a note that says from 102 to 105 or whatever.
Or maybe we just scrub it, like fast forward, and we'd be like Keystone Cops. Goes from one end to the other.
I don't know. I think, honestly, what I would respect is if I was trying to learn about blogging and podcasting, that I want to see what actually happens. And that's our whole thing, is being real. So I can't get this to load. You tell them a story.
We'll tell them a story. Well, and what she alluded to before is that I never got my degree from art school.
Oh, that's a story.
I transferred in as I was in my junior year at Worcester State, transferred into Mass Art as a freshman. So I was older than the other kids. I was none of my credits transferred in, et cetera, et cetera. So I worked my way back up to junior year again after about 5 years or whatever it was total of being in college. And at the end of the semester, one of my professors says, "Doug, you're not cut out to be a graphic designer." And I had a part-time job at a studio, a graphic design studio. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm working in it, so but there was this whole air that being a graphic designer was like this holier than thou thing that only chosen few could do, and things of that nature. And so when she said that to me, I wasn't so upset about me, but I was thinking about my dad, who was an education professor, and thinking about how would he tell somebody at the end of the semester that they weren't cut out to be a teacher, or would they have that discussion at the middle of the semester or at the beginning of the semester and kind of work on that? To me, it was like, it just felt kind of elitist and kind of like, oh, you're not cut out to do it, so goodbye, kind of thing. So anyways, after that, I looked at my work and it was really good, but I think part of the reason was I was kind of looking past it. I was looking, all right, I'm going to make money doing this. I'm going to do like, I wasn't really wrapped up in this sort of, the artsy fartsy part of it. I was looking at more of a craft to go and work. So anyway, so I immediately left. I withdrew and never went back to school. So that was my story. And I still think about that to this day. I think every time I have a success or a failure, I always think back to that. Like, you're not cut out to be a graphic designer, which is which always makes Stacy laugh, because she's always I don't know what you're doing.
I'm too high to operate a computer.
So, moral of the story: somebody tells you you can't do something, go and do it anyway, and don't listen to them. So.
Okay. So I do drag Doug along. I just want my friends to apologize to my friends. I think you could always friend Doug. He'll let you watch there. Or you could just go to follow his page and you'll be able to see the link there.
There's probably a way to run this back through your feed as well. So we'll have to look into that.
I don't know
Newbies.
if they could both do it at the same time, but we'll figure it out.
We're newbies.
We just want to have both accounts open because then it reaches more people. And yes, we do need a producer. If any one of you wants to volunteer, we do have a lovely guest room for the time being.
For now.
For the time being.
And direct flights from Worcester, Mass. From Worcester, Mass to RSW, Fort Myers. We'll pick you up. And you'll have a place to stay. But
I don't know if we'll pick them up.
what do you mean you don't know if we're going to pick them up?
They have to arrive at a convenient time.
Oh, yes, convenient time. Not like holidays, weekends,
we'll
rush
take
hour.
Like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
But don't, not from commuting hours at all. And not on a holiday. Neither of those is going to work for us. But at noon on a Tuesday.
Yeah, we can stop by, get some burger fi on the way home.
We're on the white trash carbonara diet right now because we's broke.
Well,
but we hear, fingers crossed, that Doug will finally be getting some money from unemployment around April 3rd-ish, maybe.
I have been fighting with Massachusetts and Florida unemployment since September 18th of 2022. Angle that better. So it started with apply in Florida. Oh, you may also qualify in Massachusetts, and they pay more. Do you want to rescind your Florida claim? Yes. Take that out. Boom. Talk to Massachusetts. They're like, yeah, you're gonna, it's this much versus this much. Florida's like pennies on the dollar. So I'm like, okay, this is great. So I've been fighting with Massachusetts ever since. The company I was working for in Massachusetts was purchased and doesn't really exist anymore. So
bought by a company in Chicago. So
Yeah.
Chicago actually even filtered it. So technically,
yeah, so it's 3 states actually. So
Chicago's been great. We haven't had to deal with them.
So anyways, the long drawn out thing. Oh,
Illinois.
you need your ID. We need the back of your license, back of your social security card, all this stuff. Like, it just kept going on, and each person would tell me a different story and need a different set of ID or all this stuff. So this week I was oh my god. So I finally get some headway on the Massachusetts thing. Every time they're like, oh, well, we're waiting for the employer to get back to us till this is early February 20th. If they don't get back to us, we make a determination. Never happens because the company doesn't exist anymore. Oh, and then they kick it over to March. Now March 14th, and here I am, not getting it done.
You're droning on. Whip it up.
How-
You don't have
well-
to give them every date. There's been 50 fucking phone calls back and forth. You've talked to 20 different people. The one thing I say is, you don't get somebody that you like, hang up on them, call back.
I don't like to hang up on people, but luckily this week I got one good person followed by one really bad person followed by two good people,
Hey,
and
can I ask you a
ended the
question?
Friday on a good note.
How many hours would you say you've spent on this?
Oh God, at least 40, 50. Probably like a week's worth of being on the phone.
Okay,
or being
so
on hold
basically,
with
like,
folks.
so half of the vacation time you didn't get paid for. You spent, so, wow. Okay, so this is, to a corporation, you were just a number. Live your life, 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 live your life.
Shut up,
One
Mux D.
day at a time. One day.
So
at
that
a
was
time.
that was my
It's a good
depressing
song by Mux
unemployment
Dickey. I'm
story.
sorry, can you say the Mux Dickey song, Live Your Life?
They all blend in together. They're one big song.
So here's the thing. I can't sing, but I will. And then, yeah, I'm sorry. It's just a fact. I'm going to sing. It's probably going to be even more offensive than the crazy stuff I say. And I have said some crazy shit. One of my friends, I'm not going to say what I said because it's that bad. One of my friends sent me a text of a direct quote that I said, and he said, "I'm going to show this to you tomorrow." So you cannot deny that you said it. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Do you see it? He should have gotten me to like say a read receipt or something, like where I'm like, yes, I see it. But I definitely said it, and it was absolutely terrible. And nobody pushed the button they were supposed to push.
You were in your own living room.
You were encouraging me.
I actually did come up with the whole concept, which she just took and made much worse.
And if you send 1995, we'll tell you what I said. I don't think how much.
And then you're going to be put
hang
on government watch lists.
How much would we have to be paid to tell what I said?
Oh, well, yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Like, what's a lot? Like,
because we would.
well, I mean,
get in
honestly,
trouble.
it just depends on how much longer we're broke.
Although I got to tell you that stuff that happens in this house is not that far off from things like Always Sunny in Philadelphia or things of that nature. It's like it's really not that far off. And I think the beauty of those things is that they don't stop at the line. They just go so far beyond that line that you could never confuse it with hate speech or anything else. They just keep going.
I just have to tell you, we had a house for a few weeks one summer. Because we were waiting for our Marshfield house to be ready after we had to leave our Surfside house, which was abruptly sold, and it was not cool. A whole other story. Oh, Fred. Anyway, the point of the story is we moved to this house and we called it the Crack Den. That's what we called it, the Crack Den.
We lived there for 2 months. And we decided that none of the normal trappings of home ownership applied to us, like things like curtains, putting stuff away. It was so liberating. But then we sort of embraced it too much, and we decided we had beach towels.
Buoys hanging from the ceiling everywhere.
We had beach towels hanging over the windows for shades. We actually put 2 air conditioners side by side in a big window.
We had cardboard in another window.
Cardboarded up. It was the whitest trash thing I've ever seen in my life.
But it was friend.
It was so funny. And then there was another air conditioning in one of the crank out windows, which normally they have the vent that goes horizontally. We put it vertically, and then had more cardboard and duct tape. But there was something.
And then we had the tubes, and every day after work we had these double inner tubes, like you go tubing with, like the double ones though. And every day we would take the tubes, like with all of our friends or like whoever showed up. And it was just the most random. You did not know who was going to be out there with us. Actually, if you were out on the tubes with us, please tag yourself. I know a few people that probably won't comment. Zach.
My kids.
Nolan, Wes. Zach, Nolan, Wes, me, Doug, Noel. Elon, Elizabeth, Devin, Donna, John, Christine. What's that? Is that 15 or is that 10?
There's a lot of people out there. Yeah.
Anyway, and Doug and me, obviously. So we would take these tubes over there every day.
And
we had an anchor. I would have to swim us out, or me and Zach usually would swim us out, but because Doug doesn't swim. So I would have to pull I would have to pull everybody out there, and then we would drop the anchor and we just hang out for a while, and I would have my drink and I would just sip. And then, actually one day, so we were at Sand Hills. Like literally right next door to the Sand Hills General Store in Situate, Massachusetts. If you're not from there, you can look it up. It's really a cute area. But we moved from Surfside Road, which is a snooty minute area.
No offense of Surfside Road people watching.
People all hated each other. All they wanted to do is compete about their stuff, and they'd go to the Hatherley Country Club. Oh, we're so fancy.
They had white parties.
You're a bunch of drunks who hate each other.
I didn't even know what a white party was a thing until I saw it in the backyard. It was
this
a white
is why
party.
I got run out of Situate. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, Sand Hills is party town. It's like awesome. People are so nice. Everybody's out. Like
fireworks, loud cars.
It's Karen free. It's like a Karen free zone. It was amazing.
People there to have fun.
Like we're like tossing beers to our neighbors. We don't even drink beer, so that's why we're like had leftover beer. Or that actually was we gave the kids on Surfside beer. They were older adults. Man Bun. It was terrible, but he was
Man Bun. Oh, that's right, Man Bun.
And we gave Man Bun, and I told him
Man Bun was at that white party.
I told he probably was. It was his sister's birthday. Of course he was. They had a white party.
It reminds me of That's My Boy.
So racist. They belong to a country club and they have a white party. I don't know what says racist more than that. Yeah. Cancel culture.
Wow.
Cancel culture.
We just accuse people.
Minot Beach and the Hatherley Country Club.
So, anyways, more our speed was the Sand Hills.
This is satire. If you live in Minot or Hatherley
and you like
Country
white
Club,
parties,
that's fine. We don't judge you. But I do find some humor in leaning into stereotypes, and maybe sometimes stereotypes are true. Like,
well, I don't think you can say. Wait.
Hang on.
I don't think you can say. Sometimes stereotypes are true.
Okay. This is a stereotype that is true. Women talk a lot. I am that stereotype. Is that a nice stereotype? No, but sometimes they're true. So sometimes some people everywhere maybe are pompous asses that look down their noses at everyone. And don't pay their landscaper. You know who you are. Didn't pay my friend.
I will say this, though.
You're driving a Range Rover and you don't pay your landscaping bill?
That's not good form. Why don't we tell the people at this juncture that what we just found out that my wife can be considered Hispanic with her Portuguese origin.
We actually did. We asked Google. We said, "Hey Google, you try this at home." We said, "Hey Google," because he would joke that I was Hispanic, and because I get darker.
I don't
in the
joke
summer.
that she's Hispanic.
You said that I look like toast.
Well, your skin becomes dark and a nice.
Yes, you call me Hispanic wife. You wanted a black wife. You couldn't get a Hispanic wife. You got me, but I get tan sometimes.
Black wife. That makes me sound like I'm a predator.
It's okay to have a sexual preference.
I don't.
Whatever that preference is.
I know what I like. I know what's beautiful. I know
exactly.
what's
We don't judge anyone based on their sexual preference. Whatever you prefer sexually, as long as it's between consenting adults, we encourage it. Have fun. Rock out with your cock out.
You can't say that on TV.
Am I going to get arrested for that one?
Well, Board of Ethics is going to be. This is why we need a producer. We need Gelman over there to tell us, hey, easy with the C word.
Gelman. You know what? I was kind of having a daydream today. Would you like to hear it?
Yes.
That they put us on instead of Kelly and whoever.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it?
Although we like Kelly. I don't know who else.
I know. I think
who's the dude?
And I want to be overexposed.
Ryan, whatever.
I want to have plastic surgery. I want to have a trainer. I want to have a chef. Maybe she doesn't have those things, but I want those things. But I also, I have, actually, it's really funny that this should come up because that's actually our theme today, we would want everyone if we won the lottery. And I was blown away by the answers. And it's something Doug and I do all the time. Like all the kids that come to our house, a lot of our friends will tell you, this is a game we play all the time. It's like, if I won the lottery, what would I do? And we always say if we had the lottery, I would totally, we had the lottery. And sometimes we'll say, it's a good thing we don't win the lottery because we'll do crazy stuff. Like, for example, I have long said that a very large majority of people in the world are not getting what they need in the bedroom. And I have contended that I would like to mail absolutely everyone to help them satisfy that biological need.
You're going to send them a little package. Or large package, whichever they like.
I don't know, whatever size package they like. You know what I'll do?
What do you
Oh my God, we'll get one of those Clone Willy kits and we'll use yours because it's the perfect
that'd
one.
be fantastic. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, sure. Spread the love.
See, he's proud of it.
That's like,
he
no.
Can push the button. He's so proud.
No,
You're
I'm
good
not.
job, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Good job.
Oh my goodness.
You did a good high five, bro.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Win the lottery and then have to.
I think we would, if we actually did that, we would go to jail. And if somebody does it, it's a copycat crime. We don't have any money. Right now, we are going to be wealthy beyond our wildest dreams because you know what's going to happen? We are going to win the lottery. But I'd like to talk first.
I wanted to talk about the thing that I want to do with my lottery winning that you disagreed with.
What was that?
I wanted to buy Sam Cooke's car.
Yeah, I think that cars, unless you can prove to me that it's an appreciating asset that we will not destroy.
Well, I'm not going to drive it. It's going to be in the centerpiece of the living room, maybe on like some sort of turntable.
You have to start it and like run it every week.
No,
you have to drive it, or the
it's museum
pads will
piece.
seize up and stuff. It's a museum piece, like your peanuts before you met me. What?
I'm sorry, folks.
We were virgins when we met. Wow.
4 children later.
We were
Jesus
virgins.
has brothers and sisters.
I actually remember when I was really high one night and I thought I was Jesus' sister.
Yeah, like what? Like Jesus
I
had a
wasn't.
sister.
I was just like, well, do you think God sent me here to suffer? I was really sick that night.
you know-
I was really high, and I was like, did God send me here to suffer? This is terrible. I feel so bad that my friends can't see this, but I don't know what to do. We have one viewer.
Well, they'll see it on YouTube.
Thank you, one viewer.
Thank you, one viewer.
You could go to you can go to Doug's page, douggear.com. You can see him on my page. I think I posted his live stream to my page, so hopefully that works. Anyway,
I don't think my URL is douggear.com on Facebook. It's just my name, Doug Gear. And,
it's Doug Gear, yeah.
picture me with a beard on
Oh,
it. So-
actually, we talked yesterday about a song on Doug's website, douglasgear.com. If you go under bio, there's like a little play on an image. And one of my friends said it wouldn't play for her, but we can both get it to play. If anybody would be willing to check it out, we would appreciate it. We'd also love to hear what you have to say about the song, because I think my husband is so talented, and he needs to be doing his music.
Actually, that would be my
For
lottery
money.
thing. I would go and record
I
stuff.
want you
like
to
professionally.
Work, okay, these are musicians.
I'd
I want
fly
you to
George
work,
in, play some drums.
I want you to
You want me to?
work with Muck Sticky,
I would love to
number
work with
one.
Mark. He's a lyricist.
I want you to work with Jelly Roll,
I don't
because
know
I
who that
love
is.
his energy. And
I don't
his
know who that
wife
is.
is my girl crush, and he's squishy. I love that. I like a big squishy man. Could you eat some more food?
I want a squishy man.
Squishy man makes me feel fine. Not to be
Confused.
confused.
No, we can't. Yeah, no, because we can't. Those are all copyright thing.
No, I can
But-
sing the song. I just can't sing the one with the kid's name in it.
No, that's right.
There was a boy dated my daughter, and we worked his name into a song. Every time we sing that song now, we sing
Yeah,
his name.
everything was Summer Breeze makes me feel fine, but it was this kid's name make me feel fine. So hers was Squishy Man make me feel fine, which
I'm
I
actually
hope
friends with his mom, Pam.
Oh.
I don't know if you're watching Pam, but you
Pam's
know I told
kid
you about the
makes
song.
me feel fine.
It's kind of what it was.
So back to our lottery thing, and I think the rest we just spend our time trying to figure out who deserves it to give it away. And I think that's, because there's a lot of people, as we know, suffering from chronic illness that nobody can find a cure for, et cetera, et cetera.
So there's stuff that we want. And I don't know. For me, it would be I would like to buy a big piece of land where we could have a home and have a sustainable community.
Waco 2.0.
Yes, Waco 2.0, where
I can't say Waco 2.0.
I'm not starting a Waco. It's bad. Are you wearing your Jim Jones review T-shirt? Oh, didn't Jim Jones watch our video the other day?
He did something.
Oh my God,
He's a good
Steve
dude.
Jones.
Why do you? What?
I
I
love
have
him.
musical heroes.
No, I love
Right.
Steve Jones. I feel like Steve Jones should come on our podcast.
Jonesy is the best.
Oh my God, how cool! If we won the lottery, that's what we would do. We would get Jonesy on the podcast. Because we would just keep doing the podcast, but we'd have to have like lawyers consult us every
I will
episode
say
because
this.
they'd be like, "Nope, you're going to get sued for
This
that.
podcast
Nope, you're going to. We'll have money, and there'll be a reason."
is
So
way too lame
We
for
don't
that.
have any money now. We can say whatever we want. I don't even have a
Wow.
job. No, what?
Next week's episode, we're going to be like rolling pennies.
Except
and taking them to the bank.
Except what I said that time the other night to my husband and my friend, and you can find that out for 5 easy payments of $999.99.
Just call us. We'll tell you. It's hysterical.
It's not hysterical.
No, it's really not
so
hysterical.
bad.
It's about as bad as you can
Sorry,
get.
my head is itchy.
Your head is itchy. That's great. Send money for the psoriasis.
I don't have psoriasis.
Maybe you need to take Ozempic.
Oh my God.
Side effects of
no.
Ozempic are
Okay, so I want to get back to the
itchy
lottery.
scalp.
Can we get back to the lottery thing? Because then I want to talk about what our friends said.
Absolutely.
So, actually, I want to talk about that with this. So, some of the things people suggested, my friend Cheryl wanted to build. So, apparently, there's a place in Florida in Brevard County. I forget what the name of it was. Do you remember?
I don't pay attention to what you say.
It's basically a community for kids on the spectrum, adults, young adults on the spectrum.
Oh, right, that thing.
So they
Okay.
can have independence.
Yep.
And she said she'd want to build something like that in Massachusetts. I'd want to do something like that, kind of, let's get federal grants for it and let's make that happen. If I was healthy, this is all like shit that I'd be like 5 minutes.
No, it was a cool. It was
Now
like
I'm
a
kinda
setting for
useless.
people to live and work and kind of support each other, which was fantastic. And they had.
I will say this: if one of my friends wants to start a nonprofit like this, I will do what we can to support you. This knucklehead will do some branding for you. We'll promote on the website. I got a big mouth.
College dropout.
That's the
will
kind of
support
charity we
you.
can get behind. And also, if we win the lottery, oh my God, we
Oh, yeah,
forgot to
we-
buy a ticket. Fuck,
You can't say.
I just did.
Oh.
It's 8:41.
Well, we're going to be over at 9, and then the
We're gonna
polls.
do a live stream.
What?
Live stream.
What do you mean a live stream from the lottery? Let's
told them
go. Let's take the computer. We'll go down and get Lotto.
You
and
are crazy.
And we'll cover the whole thing. So
That would be ridiculous. Okay. Anyway,
that would be the most Florida
we could
thing
actually.
ever.
You know what? You could just do like a little selfie as you go in there.
Oh,
That would be funny, and then we'll post it up as like a little clip. Okay.
Well, one of the things we
use
were
it
going to
tomorrow.
do today, which is lottery related, we got a flyer from Kia of Cape Coral.
I forgot all about that.
And so if you scratch it and show the pile of money, and it matches the
That's
pile
what
of
we'll do
money on the
tomorrow.
inside of the mailer.
That's what we'll do tomorrow.
Well, we got to do this, and we have to film it. So basically, everybody's a winner apparently.
It's just
but
a scam to get you in
the
the
way it
dealership.
looks like you're going to win $2,500 if you scratch the right thing. So you scratch the right thing, wait a minute. But then no, what it is, you get a scratch ticket that could win the $2,500.
So
or
it's like a
$5,000,
$1.
whatever.
It's like a $1 scratch
So,
ticket.
so you look at the odds, and you have a
Mm.
1 in 470,000 odds of winning the $2,500. So
the
we
point-
like those odds. So we're going to go down to the Kia dealership tomorrow, which we think is going to be hysterical. So we think we're going to film it and maybe make like some sort of documentary about
I
it.
just want to say this. It is for sure a scam to get you in the door, obviously. And they're going to try to high pressure you into buying a car. And then we're going to tell them we don't have any jobs. We got more money going out than we got coming in. And we are dwindling down to nothing.
But we're not going to talk
we
about the
might have
podcast.
to go on OnlyFans.
We're not going to talk about the podcast because people think podcasters are like, I'm making all this Bitcoin and whatnot.
Can somebody give me a Bitcoin? I don't have any Bitcoin. Just one. I don't even, I just want one Bitcoin.
Wait, hang on.
I had some at one point. Like, I'd played some video game, but it was like 5 email addresses ago, and
Oh.
I can't get it.
Well, we had an issue last week.
I still haven't finished what I was saying.
I know. You're going to elaborate on this. We went to the Hard Rock Cafe in Tampa last
You
week.
are getting off into the weeds. We can come back to that.
I'm going to tell them how much money you won and didn't even know you were winning it.
No,
That was a good
I
story.
told you I was winning. I was going, no, I'm winning. I'm winning.
looked like the
And you were going,
screensaver.
no, that's
I think it
just
was
the
like the screensaver.
That's just the screensaver. And I'm going,
And it was going ding, ding, ding. But her credits weren't going up. So,
they were going up over here, just not in the credits.
but
because
you didn't
it only
touch any
moves-
buttons. It was all
I
just
pushed
like-
buttons when I started.
You were, and so
But
anyways.
it auto goes, it does 50 cards because I accidentally hit 4 and then it did 50 cards. So it just kept rotating and rotating. I kept winning and winning and winning and winning. And I won $70.
on a 2-cent slot machine.
And I bet $4 accidentally.
Yeah,
I
accidentally.
took out $20 and I won $70. So there you
Yeah.
go. And then what happened? So back to the lottery thing. So my one friend had suggested the Casey really needs to lighten up a bit. I don't know who Casey is, but we're gonna have to get back to that. Maybe he means Stacy. I need to lighten up a bit.
Casey.
Sorry. My friend Todd's losing his vision, and
Oh.
if y'all could say a prayer for Todd, I would really appreciate it. He's just such a sweetheart, and we are friends of friends. And Todd, I hope that wasn't a secret because I'm the worst if it is.
What? That he's
If
that you've now
just
outed
just
him as
a disclaimer. if you know me and you have something that is a secret, you have to tell me that it's a secret. If you tell me it's a secret, I will hold on to it till I die. If you do not tell me that it's a secret, because I will find something that happened to you, maybe would help somebody else. I'm not going to drop your name unless it's like somebody that's, you know, doesn't ever going to meet you. Although one time I had told somebody something about another friend to try to help them, and then they met and it was awkward. But
Nice going.
I'm a terrible person.
No, I don't think you're a terrible person.
But my big mouth gets me into trouble, and I'm aware of that. Thank you, everyone in the world, for reminding me every day and making me feel like
Now you just
shit.
made Todd feel bad because you caused all this.
Todd didn't cause
Oh,
all
okay.
this.
All right. No,
All right,
you
I
did
would
not.
like to get back to the lottery thing. So I really like, most everybody wanted to pay bills off, save money for their kids' college, help their family, whatever. Nothing was super crazy. A lot of people wanted to quit their job. A lot of people wanted to move off grid. That was a big one. A lot of people wanted to live in a tree.
A tree.
But nonprofits were a big theme. My friend Darlene, love her, wrote that I know what she would want, and we've both wanted to open nonprofit holistic healing centers, basically where alternative treatments that are not covered by insurance that can be helpful for or cure chronic illness that most of us, we either have to go out of pocket and go broke or go without treatment. And I can't tell you how long I've been going without treatment because it's just too expensive. And the other thing is, it's not just that it's too expensive, but you don't know if it's going to work. So you have both like the daunting thing of, I'm trying something else. It's like when you're dating and you've been going on a million bad dates over and over and over again. You just don't want to do it anymore. And that's kind of what happens with trying new treatments. And then, of course, every time you go to a new doctor, they throw a new diagnosis at you, or they don't believe in your disease, or they tell you you're crazy, or then everybody under the frickin' sun has a magic cure for you. And trust me, you've tried everything you can. But at this point, you're throwing good money after bad. Even if you have money, look at Yolanda Haddad. Billionaire. Anyway, so if I won the lottery, I would go to Sierra Integrative because I've heard good things about it. We had originally looked at some clinics here in Florida, and I gotta be honest, I was not impressed at all. We were planning on going to one in Naples and decided not to because one of the owners like yelled at me, and then the other owner basically backed him up, and not like he didn't yell, but he was like, oh, well, whatever he said. Like, if you're not, he said, if you don't feel like this is, you can heal here, you won't heal here. And I couldn't agree with him more, which is why I didn't go there. That, and when we first moved down, I was doing so much better. And my doctor, Dr. Shea back in Massachusetts, had said to me, well, if you're doing better, don't change a thing. And I gotta tell you, he is such an amazing, amazing doctor and really an amazing person. And he's cute as hell. Do you think he's cute?
I don't comment about my doctor,
He
my
has a
former
little
doctor.
hole on his eye. He's so cute. Anyway, yeah, Doug got fired because
I
Doug
got fired because I
has to
moved
have,
out of state.
It wasn't the entire reason, but it's because prescribing across state lines or
Well,
something. I don't know.
now I'm off of all
Anyway,
that nonsense.
or with the insurance, I don't. It was some insurance related
blood
thing.
pressure has ballooned
He kept
back
me
to
because I've been a
250
complicated
over
patient for
180.
a long time, and I'm very, very grateful to him. But anyway, he told me not to do anything different. And then we had a few very, very stressful months, and I'll get through. I have really bad adrenals, and so I'll get through stress, but then it takes me forever to recover, and it's just been, yeah, then it crashed. It's one thing after another. Anyway, I want to build nonprofit holistic healing clinics around the country. I thought recently, like, oh, what if we just did a bus that like went from state to state to state to state? At least like you could piece that together with donors, right? Like I think, and then maybe you could piece together building like, I don't know, like container, buildings made out of containers on town property that have, holistic clinics in them that are like not that big, that would be accessible to everyone.
Tiny house clinics.
Tiny house clinic. There you go.
For tiny
or in a
people.
van. We have a chiropractor friend. She's in a van,
She's working that van down by the river.
but she is not down by the river. She is down by Ormond Beach.
She's in
living
Deluxeville.
the dream. She is.
That's
She's
right.
living it fancy, and her graphics are going to be done soon. And
Just designed her van. She's gonna look like
It's
the A-Team.
amazing.
It's a black
She's
man.
gonna look like the
Big
A-Team.
She's gonna like Mr. She's gonna dress up like Mr.
The
T.
A-Team.
It'll be the
She's
A-Team.
gonna look like Charlie's
chiropractor.
Angel. She's like a little Charlie's Angel. Don't you think? Can't you see her? Be like,
No, I can't see that.
because she's from Iowa. Okay, I don't like.
We talked about her last
night.
night.
Stop
We
talking
talked
about it. Well,
about it,
I
yeah.
love her. I love her. I
She's
just
a
don't,
big theme in our life.
I don't want to like give away their life or whatever. But P.S. Get a Peloton. Girl is rocking a bikini. Like girl crush for me. Girl crush. I have a few.
Apparently,
Darlene.
it's all coming out. It's expose, people. It's coming
Honey.
out. What?
I have to tell you,
You like the doctor?
I'm a
You
lesbian.
okay? Well, all right.
I'm pansexual.
You know what? It's 2023. It would not shock me.
Nothing would surprise me anymore. So anyway, the point is that I don't know that do we have anybody even watching?
It
We have
says
4 viewers.
4 viewers. I think Charlie might be
And
one
I
of
have
them.
2 viewers over here. And
Total
it looks
6.
like Ann and Todd. So it's Friday night and you guys have lives, but we don't.
We don't.
So anyway.
So we're going to talk for 9 more minutes whether we need to or not. You notice how it's gone completely black. This whole pool cage is filled up with bats.
Oh, we should turn the lights on.
We're putting ourselves in danger out here as
How are we in
the
danger?
the nighttime creatures
Do you
in
think
Florida
a
come out.
snake?
The pythons. The
Oh my God. What would we do
rattlesnakes.
if a gator was in the pool?
I would love that.
Would you go get some chicken?
No, because then when I run out of chicken, he's eating me.
Look, you guys. How cool is this? Pool lights.
Lights.
That
So-
smart home shit is my jam. Usually we have the speaker out here and you can just say blah, blah, blah. And I could say it into my phone and turn the lights
Yeah.
on. But I didn't want to interrupt the video.
Every time I walk into the bathroom or whatever, I have to pronounce, hey, Google, turn on the this, that, and the other thing. And half the time you're like half asleep, hey, Google, blah, 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 and so you're walking around in the dark. It's dangerous. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
You have a phone.
I like a switch. I would
Okay,
like to walk
one,
in. Click.
You have a phone.
Yes.
It has a flashlight on it.
Yes.
2, every electronic device in this house emits a glaring light
Glow.
that burns your eyes out like a little blue laser. And then you have your body, which glows in the dark.
That's not
Except when
nice.
it's pink.
That's
He's
not
pink.
nice.
My husband is pink.
Here we go.
Everywhere.
Here we go.
You're
Here we
pink.
go.
You're pink.
Here we go.
What's
This, you know what?
gray
I
and
wasn't-
white and pink?
My ancestors came to America at some point in the 1500s.
My ancestors came to America. You think you're so fancy?
Just saying,
Everyone's ancestors came to America.
those people were
except
pink.
Our Micmac
The
friends.
people that came in the 1500s were pink because the hole hadn't been opened in the ozone yet,
Say you
and they were
want some
pink. They were nice pink.
evolution. Did I almost sing good?
No. Tom Milmore in the house. Guitar hero Tom Milmore.
Like the with the buttons?
No, he's an actual player.
What does he play?
Yeah. He plays guitar for the Rousers.
I don't know what a
Or used
rouser
to.
is. Used to. I think he got you old. Don't worry, you're not as old as he is. He's really old.
No, Tom's.
He's extra old.
Tom. I opened for Tom's band in, I want to say 82, 83. That's how old we are, Tom. Me and you.
Which poses a point that I would like to bring up to everyone. Don't we think Doug should be playing us some music every night? Maybe even if it's just a riff of the day? Or maybe, I don't know, you could serenade your goddamn wife?
Serenade my goddamn wife. That's not how I refer to you. As a
Should refer
goddamn
to me.
wife.
Do you realize, like, if our podcast got big,
Oh my god.
people would creep on us? I actually was thinking today that we should interview the neighborhood, like the old couple down the street and Lynn next door and, Lenny and Jen and the kids.
Well-
the people across the street who we haven't met. There's one person that plays basketball all the time, and I gotta tell you, I wish I was healthy enough to play basketball. I want to play basketball with them. And I think these kids back here who I've never met, I think they play basketball with them. I know they lose their dogs sometimes, but they seem very nice. And we waved after the hurricane, but we were just talking to Lenny, trying to figure out what we were gonna do, and we gave them a cooler. So that's how we became friends.
So before you were talking about that, I was talking about something and I totally forgot what it was.
We have to stop bouncing
But,
back
but
and
what I
forth.
wanted to say
We
was
have
that
to stop.
our banter that we have, much like we're doing tonight, sometimes we'll just go be bantering back and
Yeah,
forth, and
but-
it sounds like we're just mortal
Can you
enemies.
give me an opportunity to finish what I'm saying?
You were talking. You went from the
I was
kids across
mid-sentence,
there.
But honey,
to what?
can you say tap me or something so we're not like, because you cut me off in the middle of something I was
Because
saying.
you need to wrap it up.
Well,
And,
you
and I
could-
didn't want. You have the button.
Yeah, but it was really mean.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine. This is our first fight on the
Not our first
podcast.
fight.
On the
It's not a real
podcast,
fight.
it is, sure. Called Tom Milmore old. It's not nice.
Oh my God, he's fucking going in the
No, I'm not going for it.
Chair has wheels. Look, who's bigger? Me. I'm much larger. I'm the fucking whale.
But I am a man, so therefore I'm right. That's marital hate right there. Look at that. Look at her face. Look at her face right there. We have 5 minutes left. Do you want to fight for 5 minutes?
No, I
Or
just
do we
wanted
wanna-
to finish what I
Okay,
was
finish
saying
what you're
without being
saying. I'm
interrupted.
terribly sorry that I interrupted you.
Okay, I don't think that tonight's podcast is nearly as good as last night's podcast. Sorry, guys. We suck.
We gotta get it out. We gotta get the bad ones out.
I gotta get a new laptop, and they don't grow on trees. Let's see. Oh, my iPad died, so that's good. So, okay, if we won the lottery, I would buy myself a better laptop. We both have phones that are dying. My iPad died a month ago. This one sucks. And my phone's no longer holding a charge, and my laptop sucks. And our Wii, which we play every day, is now, every time we try to play it, says, what does it say? The disc can't be read. And then we get it just randomly shuts off sometimes. So, if I won the lottery, I would go buy that stuff. I would like to buy an RV so we could travel.
We would come see all of you.
I'd like to see everybody. I'd like to go. See, here's the thing. I've been sick for 10 years. It's basically, well, 9.75 now, 9.5, whatever. Basically the entirety of our marriage. And it would be really nice if we could actually do something. Like, I have been bedridden, I don't know, 90% of the time,
For a
if
while,
you average it out.
most of it, yeah.
And like, I just want to do some stuff. And if I can't, like, go and, like, hike or scuba dive anymore, or, like, snowboard or surf or do anything like that I really want to do, like, at least I could, like, go and see stuff. Like, I don't know, like, we like being in the car and singing, so it's stupid, but, like, I'd really like to get better. But if I couldn't get better, I'd love to, like, just van life it and travel. Like, we've been obsessing with the van life videos, and it's just, it makes me feel better. So, like, we'll sit here and we'll just, like, upset, and tell me we're not the only people that do stupid things like this. We will obsess over every detail that we want in the perfect RV, and we're really upset. Like, we are genuinely upset because the Airstream is marked up just because it's an Airstream. It doesn't have enough cabinet space. The Tiffin just got bought out, so their cabinet work is now suspect, and their customer service is not so good. And they use wood cabinets, which add weight to the coach, reducing your cargo capacity.
But the Navion from Canada,
It's not the Navion.
what is it?
There's the Unity
Unity or the Wonder?
or the Wonder, and it's from Leisure Travel.
Leisure Travel. This guy will
Oh,
show
the
you
tour?
this. He will show you this, and you will, even if you don't want it,
Butter.
you're gonna want it. And he's got he's in
He
his
lays on the
stocking feet.
ground.
Yeah, laying on the ground.
He lays on the bed.
He's
he lays
touching
on the
the
bed and
linoleum.
watches Top Gun. He quotes
Yeah.
Pat Benatar.
He does.
He takes the towel and goes, whoop, whoop.
Which he throws it up into the fan and it sticks.
He
to the
shows
fan.
you like 5 ways you can sit on the couch. I didn't even know about them.
Oh no!
But he doesn't have-
but then he'll pretend to be like lounging on the couch while he's doing the.
So look up Leisure
demo.
Travel RVs, and you can see what we mean. It's a
Maybe we'll
hoot.
post
We'll
it.
add it into
We
the
can post,
comment.
yeah.
We'll add it into the comments, and I'll try to figure out how to do it on the YouTube too. And we'll show you a few. The other one we like is Matt's RVs. Can you please be Matt?
No, I can't.
Oh my God, he's so cute. So he's like a little gumball, and he's so cute. And he always like says 3, 2, 1, and then he jumps and spreads his legs. And I should not even be talking about it because I'm with you, Matt. Like I got you. And although in my defense, people with Lyme either get really fat or they get really skinny, and lucky me.
Well,
although I got to tell you, I have a friend who was a skeleton. And she was dealing with the exact same struggles I am. And, like, I think people forget that. Like, if you're, and I talked to Nolan about this, like, if you're thin, you know, you get as harassed as somebody who's obese. They don't make movies about you and make you go see them on Christmas. But, you know, big fat lady, you know what I am, but I am a
spoiler alert, the whale is depressing.
The whale is depressing. But I wasn't a whale. I'm a big fat cow, according to some people.
No. That's not good.
Well, no, I didn't say it. They said it.
Well, I wouldn't.
I don't
admonish. I would admonish them for saying that. That's what I would say.
Well, you didn't.
Admonishing thing. But I didn't see it. I heard it third hand from someone. Was I supposed to say something?
Do you think that it is likely that that person said that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Are you enjoying sitting in that chair?
Anyway, if you knew the story, which I can't really tell you unless like it's offline, for legal reasons, we've been advised by our attorneys, but it's enough. It's quite the story, and I think you should just be kind to everyone. And I have some people that have really not been so kind to me in my life, and like I told you guys, like I never really felt loved, and what I do is, when somebody makes me mad, and I joke, like I'll give Doug a hard time and I'll get mad about stuff, but when I calm down, and usually how I calm down is I'll try to picture that person and being, and I'll say, I wish that person peace, love, and happiness. And sometimes, like when I first start saying it, it's actually something I learned from my grandfather that he probably learned through AA, 31 years sober when he passed, that if you pray for someone, you feel better. Because if you're mad, you're just hanging on that anger, you're not hurting them, you're hurting yourself. So sometimes when I start saying, and I wish them peace, love, and happiness, sometimes I'll be like, I wish this piece of shit, peace, love, and happiness. Actually, piece of shit would be nicer than what I usually say. And so anyway, I just, I say it over and over again until I feel better. And so that's, kind of how I let it go. So yeah, I mean, I wish I was back to my fighting weight. But even like my doctors are so much more worried about other stuff. My weight is the least of their concerns. And I was supposed to go for an ultrasound for my thyroid like pre-COVID. And I'm just not down with it. I've gone through every test known to man. They never find anything. They find some stuff. They can't do anything about it because of counteracting conditions. Blah, blah, blah. I'm so over it. I feel like if I had like a place where you could go in and be like treated, and like they would look at the whole picture and they actually understood, like a Dr. House kind of jam, but like, in a hippy dippy way with like Chinese medicine, that would be my ideal situation. That's why I'm hoping to, win the lottery so I can go to get treatment. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I think like what really spoke to me was that people wanted to just enjoy their lives. They wanted to help their families and they wanted to help their communities. And like, even if we have something that seems frivolous, and like obviously my RV thing is frivolous, and if you don't think I would get the fat sucked out of my ass so fast your head would spin, not my ass is good. Maybe it's like a little smoothing. I need a fascia blaster. Oh my god, the fascia blaster.
I'm buying Sam Cooke's car. That's all there is to it. It's going to be like three and a half million.
Like, can I tell you, I think it's great that everyone is so altruistic and wants to be so kind, but pick something like
Sam Cooke's car.
I want to know. Like, I think that that's great. Like, good. I'm glad you're thinking of those things first. And I really like that a lot of people are smart enough to know that you get a financial advisor and an attorney, and you call your best friend Stacy and ask her how much she needs. Oh, I'll tell you that story.
We're not taking.
Price went up. $1 million a month. I will tell you that
a month.
Story. It's
That's
pretty
crazy.
It's a pretty good one.
That's crazy.
Anyway,
we're 3 minutes past the hour.
That's okay.
Do you want to just keep going? Because you're on fire.
No, I don't know I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. What was I talking about?
High. So high.
What was I talking about?
You were talking about the lottery and what people buy and
I think there's y'all haven't been playing this game long enough is really what it comes down to, because what you do is you figure out to the last detail everything. Like you figure out, like for me, like what is everything I need? What is everything I need? Like I know I want to get better health-wise. I know that it would be a lot easier if we had a chef. So I want a chef. I know I desperately need clothes, and I do not know how to dress this new body, and I would hire a stylist, somebody who was like funky and like could give me like a Lily Pulitzer, but like Philadelphia, downtown Philly vibe, like funky clothes,
funkiness,
like
little
beachy, but like rock and roll. That made me look hot, and that I never had to wear a bra or panties again.
Wow. That's out
there.
Oh,
and also, I'm going to not get implants. I would never do anything injecting into my body, but I would like a lift back to like 97 shape, And like, but I want them to be natural. Just so they'll just do a lift. Maybe they take some of the fat from my thighs. No, my thighs are good. My belly. Oh my God, you guys! They could take my belly fat, put it in my, and that would be so hot. Look,
Be fantastic.
like,
Yeah, this is really going out live. This is what we're talking about.
tell your friends.
You know what I'm doing with
What?
my lottery money?
What's that?
I'm buying J.D. Salinger's house in New Hampshire and disappearing.
More than one person wanted to do that.
What, disappear?
Tom Milmore. Quote of the day goes to Tom Milmore. This is like OnlyFans for poor people. Tom, can we use that? I need it in writing, Tom. Can we use that, please?
We'll have our lawyers hash it out.
No, you know what I'm thinking about.
What's that? I don't know what you.
We're playing Pictionary.
You're gonna make T-shirts out of that?
Shut up!
Well, you can't just write things on that. But yes, Tom is a very gifted.
That doesn't
man.
mean he's going to give us the rights to that line.
Tom and I go way back. 80.
All right, $5 sold. Send me your Venmo. Send me your Venmo. Everybody, you saw it here. We're gonna make T-shirts.
You know, we can hire Tom to make those, like, you know, the little dioramas of the clinics that you're gonna make.
Yeah.
He can do that. That's another thing that Tom
Tom's
can
a baddie.
Tom knows.
Is he an architect?
He's a guitarist. I know that he's made those little models.
I believe we have gone into the interacting with our fans part. Fans.
We have.
Fans. I've been watching too many. We've been watching like other people. Well, of course, we've been watching the RV videos. So
We have.
when you're watching YouTube videos, you
The one guy that talks like he almost has like fake teeth in.
Oh
And,
my God, he's
so
sweet.
But
though.
they're great guys. There's
He
always
just
somebody's
has
got
a
some
speech
quirk that you
impediment.
pick
So
up
there's
on.
and so I like Matt. So Matt's RVs. Sorry, we are all over the place today. Somebody has to keep us on track. Like somebody over there with like a dry erase board, and they're like pointing to this. Get back on the topic, and then they hold up a new topic.
That was the thing back in
That's the
business.
problem. That's the problem. When Gelman is our producer, and we have taken over the 9 a.m. slot. 1, I don't think we should be on during the day. 2, I think Gelman is a little long in the tooth. He should retire. I mean, he was like.
How do I even know that name?
Gelman was he's the producer on Live with Regis.
But I thought that was like many years ago, like when Regis was around.
I know. I think that Gelman's still the producer.
He might
so
still be. I don't know.
like Michael Strahan. I loved. Oh my God! Can I tell you my favorite episode of that show?
Sure, you're gonna.
Regis and Kelly had on Christopher Walken.
Oh.
And Regis was trying so hard to like have a proper dialogue with Walken, and Walken's just like, "Do you like this jacket?" Like in the middle of Regis asking him a completely unrelated question, he just ignored everything he said. Just looked at him. "Do you like this jacket? I wore it in King of New York." And just like ran the interview, which oh my gosh, if my old boss Mick is watching this, he will tell you it is exactly what I do, which is why I am dropping Doug like a bad habit the second an opportunity with Christopher Walken comes up.
Well, he's like 80 now.
I'm indulgent.
Well, good luck with that.
What is that? See, I can't
Yeah.
I look like a
It's my wife trying to flirt. And like, I don't know what that is. It's like you make some clicking noise. It's very strange.
I don't remember the clicking part. I do this thing that I can't seem to stop doing where I like kind of like get my own joke, and I've done it since I was a kid, and nobody cares. Like,
No,
it drives me insane.
But maybe somebody out there watching has one of those things, and they didn't know anybody else in the world had it, and now they do, and now they feel better.
I think that's I don't. Sorry, I just saw something that was really upsetting. Ann's telling me that Andrea said there's a big fire on Glades Road. Her brother's house was sold on December. Plus 3 others are gone.
I also got that earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt the broadcast with a fire in Scituate, Mass. Prayers to Scituate, Mass.
To those families. A lot of them in that area are vacation homes. Hopefully nobody was hurt.
Could be an insurance job.
Dude, you can't.
I can't say that.
Too soon.
What do you mean I can't say that?
Can't say that.
No, I can't say that.
He's sorry. Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry. I genuinely feel bad for people that lose their property, life, and
But
limb.
the reality is we joke about everything. I was molested as a child. We joke about that. Like, that's just our only coping. You're a liar. We joke about it all
You
the
joke
time.
about it, and I'm like, whatever.
Well,
you joke about my dead parents?
I do.
You said they died rather than watch me grow up.
That's not what I said. I've said equally
not-
horrible things, but
Yes.
I've never actually said that.
No, you said, well,
I have said this is why your parents.
This is why your parents died on you. It's not okay.
We have a very sick sense of humor, and one of us is probably worse than the other. One of us is probably like a 12-year-old boy on mushrooms, and the other one is a grown-ass man.
Yeah, grown-ass grumpy man that
Acts
trying to
like
be
a
mature. Girl.
You're a pussy. Yeah, you want to have some house guests?
I would like to end this podcast forever, as it pulls in every awful thing that we ever encountered, and then we talk about it.
But
So,
I think our point is that we want to be real with people. We want to have like a topic that we jump off from. And tonight it was, just making
Molestation.
everybody, recap of yesterday. Fires,
Deadly fires.
My terrible life. How I never felt loved until you and you. Is there a song there that I could sing?
no.
And
We were in traffic once, and I Had the Time of My Life came on. She starts singing, so then I start singing.
Of my life.
Lady next to us just rolls it up. Couldn't roll that window up fast enough.
She was like,
Because we were in the Jeep, no
Why
doors,
does it-
whatever.
why doesn't Honda make a turbo button for the window?
Come on, window, get up.
She's like me at the slot machine. I played another machine and I lost.
Right, and I said, there's 2
And
cents.
then I tried this
slots
other
over
one,
here.
and I bet $4. They say 2
You don't even
cents,
know
but
what
you
you're
end
doing.
up betting at least $1.
Right. Credits. It's credits. It's not real money.
Always the same amount. You're betting at least $1, and you may or may not win. I just happened to win $70. And the day after my dog died, this is my thigh, not my cooch. The day after my dog died, we went for right after my dog died, we went for Doug's birthday to Twin River. Talk about white trash, Twin River.
You just offended the whole state of Rhode Island.
No, everybody knows Twin River's the shitty casino. Everybody goes to. It's fun. Lots of things that are shitty are fun.
You want secondhand smoke inhalation?
Go to
to
Twin
the casino.
River. Anyway, so we went and Doug was playing craps,
Badly.
and I was playing roulette, and I thought about my dog Walker, who may he rest in peace, died the day before Halloween. I think it was. Was the day before
Around there,
Halloween,
yeah.
His birthday was June 1st, 2007, and I miss him every single day. Sometimes more than I miss my kids.
He's dead like my parents.
He's dead. It's dead dog. We talk about him a lot and to him because his ashes are in the living room next to a picture of Doug's parents.
Yeah, I
you
left
think
their
that-
ashes in
Do you think?
Massachusetts.
Well, we
ground.
didn't have room in the U-Haul.
So long story short, she hit Black, because the dog was a Black Scotty, hit it 7 times in a row.
And the whole time he's at the
I'm
next
like,
table
what
going,
are you doing? She doesn't, and she goes, I'm doing it again. I'm like, would you stop and just go? You
I'm
just
like,
won
I won!
$25.
I won! He's like, and I'm like,
The worst winning person ever. Even the other day, she's like, I won! And like all these people that have been there like all day and have lost money, looking over like, I hate this woman. I'm like, you gotta calm down. Yeah, you just gotta chill. She's like, but I won!
If I bet
Like, got louder.
if I bet $1 and win 50 cents, I lose my freaking mind. And mind you, we would play bingo like, every week. Not every. We would go through sports. We play bingo like every few weeks, like for 3 weeks, and we take 3 weeks off. We'd play. If I wasn't feeling up to it, we wouldn't do it. I would try really hard to go to bingo. Like that would be how I got out of the house. And so we go to bingo, and sometimes we win. I won $300 once. That's the biggest we had.
Yeah, right.
And then and that was on a 50-cent ticket.
Yep.
I won $300, which was a big deal. And then a hot. And then we've both been queen and king. And I always pick either 69 or 37. And but Doug would pick G55.
Because the guy that ran it and read the numbers, Cal. Yeah, he had it kind of like he kind of had this he kind of had this voice, and he would read G55, G55, and every time it would like just echo through the hall because but G55.
So our guilty pleasure is
when I turned 55, I went and
I think
saw him.
Since we've known each other, we've gone to the casino 3 times, and we've bet like less than $100.
Yeah,
and then most of those times we've come home with more than we've bet.
Well, because of you and
maybe we
your magicalness.
We're like James from Jeopardy, the gambler.
Yeah, it's all good
I love
stuff.
him. Man,
But
that was
the
best
good
time of
the
my
good
life.
thing is we saw the Shays up in Tampa, and I got to see Buddy Holly's suit, which was pretty exciting. And
so I won $70, and
you
so
won $70.
our guilty pleasure. We don't, we drive old cars. We don't go anywhere.
and they're not
I'm
the old
even-
car that's like a cool old car. It's kind of an old car that like.
I have an oil head gasket leak, like a bad one.
That's not, I don't know how funny that is. It's like you're like the Exxon Valdez.
Underbrought, yeah, pretty much.
not
It's
good.
well, we could get it. We put a Tesla in the garage next to the Jeep. The whole
thing
block
would
would be
go
gone.
Like the Glades.
Oh my god.
Glades Road.
So you were saying
Sorry, I'm
about
still
your
making fun.
what were you talking about?
We're talking about. Buddy
Oh god, we
Holly.
shouldn't joke about fire. The
No.
thing that's going on in the Glens, in the Glades. Anyway, yeah, we have shitty cars. We don't really have anything. So every once in a while, if the jackpot gets really big, we'll buy a lottery ticket and we talk about it every day. We just only talk about it. We only buy sometimes. But tonight the jackpot for Mega Millions is pretty big.
But
like
if it's
something-
big enough, I'm going full on white trash as a lottery. Like I'm building one of those crazy fish tanks, putting some ridiculous thing in there.
I want to have
Exotic pets.
I want to have a chef and I want to have a stylist who comes and dresses me.
boring.
But like I want my stylist to dress me in like Target clothes. Like I don't want them spending like bougie clothes. No. Like Target, Forever 21.
What about Patagonia?
Forever Fat, whatever the fuck they. Oh my god. Did you see there's these in Japan? There was like I don't know if it was Japan or China, but it was some Asian country. I forget which one. I do have a neurological condition. I'm not being racist. And if I don't even know how to be racist. I like everybody. I don't know how to flirt or be racist, and I can't sing. There's 3 of my flaws. Keep a tally. If maybe like a little thing, Stacy flaw number 135, and like it flashes on the screen. Can we do that?
Oh, it would come in as a surprise, and then we would talk about
And
it.
then we have Doug flaws. Can we count those?
But yeah, they're on one hand you can count them.
Can we have another tally of like ways the world has fucked us?
Doug flaws include I can't finger pick for crap. I keep trying. I keep
Finger
trying.
picks
I can't.
just fine.
Okay.
What? Now we're being serious.
Just talking about my very few flaws. I have really wide feet. I have no butt.
I love his feet
And,
and his little baby butt. He's so
finger
cool. When he needs his diapers changed, I will find someone to do it.
They'll just fall off.
No, dude,
'cause
I'm
there's nothing to hold
putting
them
your
up.
ass on OnlyFans. I'm gonna get you some freaky person to change your diapers. I'm sorry, but you know what? You, if you want another woman in the bedroom, there you go. There's your chance.
That's
There's your chance. I'll even let you pick the right one.
my goodness.
I don't have any money to pay them, so you're gonna have to do something for them.
So here's what we're
So
gonna
you better
do.
pick. You're gonna have to pick somebody unattractive because you're gonna have to use that tongue on them.
I don't even want to know about. I don't know how we go down these rabbit holes. I just don't.
Is it time?
It's time to end this because we're now 18 minutes past what we agreed to.
Well, we haven't even interacted with our people, which we only need to. There's not that many people
yeah, that's
watching.
not that
so-
many people. We interacted with Tom a little bit, Charlie Burks a little bit.
Not really.
And who
I'd
else?
I'd like to loop back with a few people.
All right,
but,
loop back
But
then. This
let's
is loop back
wrap
time.
up and then we'll loop back with everybody.
Oh, it's like
so,
the After Dark show.
So, in conclusion, pray for the people at Glades. Pray for all of our friends who have illnesses, be it physical, mental health, or just people who are assholes. Let's pray for them. You're texting in the middle of this?
It's my son. He waits for no one.
Deadbeat dad. Inside joke. Anyway, I'll tell you in like 10 years.
No, in about 4 minutes after while that medicine
No,
still kicks in.
I will not tell that story because it's not my place to tell it. I will let somebody else tell it. Anyway, not the point. It's kind of my place to tell. But not the point. The point is, we're all concerned about the people in the Glades. We pray for everybody, even the people who are awful in the world, because it makes us feel better. We appreciate you guys for watching. We appreciate it if you could share and like and give us any feedback. Please be honest. You're rambling. You guys need ADD medication. Clearly, we need a producer. Clearly, I need a new laptop.
And nothing's gonna beat. This is like
That's the stuff we
OnlyFans for
know.
the poor. That's
Todd,
that is instant classic.
Seriously, Todd, send me a Tom. Sorry, we had two Todd. We have two Todds already. And now we have a Tom. And yesterday it was the Tracy's.
Yeah, there were a lot of Tracy's tuned in.
Tracy.
Yep.
So, I'm starting to think maybe we should be doing Sunday through Thursday because people are out Friday and Saturday. That might be the good way to do it.
Maybe we could prevent people from going out on Friday if we were remember, like there was no crime when Cosby was on the air. Like, remember that? Like there was
no crime when Cosby was on
it was
the air.
like the Cosby Show was like the biggest thing, and nobody ever went out.
Do you know what you're saying?
All right, well, I'll go Friends. Maybe when Friends was on.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
There's no crime when Bill Cosby.
Everybody was asleep.
Hang on.
From there.
Did you just get that?
No, I got it originally, but it had nothing to do with Bill Cosby, the druggist rapist. It had more to do alleged drug and rapist.
I think those women would disagree, and not alleged.
Alleged.
He was convicted.
Yeah.
He was convicted.
But then, now he's running around with OJ. He's running around like a nut.
I believe
he's going to tour. He's making a comeback.
I would believe
and
OJ is innocent long before I would believe Bill Cosby is innocent.
Believe who was innocent?
I would believe OJ was innocent long before I would believe Bill Cosby was innocent.
Cosby's
but I will say this.
I say. Anyway.
I will say this.
I don't know him.
You don't know what happened if you were not there.
I was not there.
And I will say this because we actually have some friends who have done some serious time. We have a few. And these are people who we're not going to name names unless they want to talk about it. We would love to have them on the show. Because I think that people have a tendency to dehumanize, like, people that they don't know from a different experience or whatever. And some of the people that we know that have done time, made an honest mistake or got in a bad situation, and they're if they didn't tell you or you didn't Google it, you would have no idea that these people had done time. They're the nicest people. Now that I know several of them, like, there's certain things that you notice about people who have done time, but like, I don't know. I haven't had. I can't. I am so proud of my friends who have been able to rehabilitate their lives, be it that they were involved in crime or drugs or both. I'm just really proud of them, and I think that that's so.
I mean, it's like anything. It's like it all comes down to the individual, and these individuals are fantastic people,
right?
And really, the thing that strikes me about it is the ambition and the joy that they get out of every day that they're alive, and I think that we all need more of that, right? I mean, so we have tough times or whatever, but like at the same time, you're above the ground and you have a chance to create something or to make something out of the day or to smile or to laugh or whatever, and they value that probably more than any of us, and I think that's admirable.
I think that it's really interesting how, like, this is all kind of worked out. Like, we just kind of threw this together, and I know tonight's again not going as well as yesterday. Sorry. We are imperfect, but I think us just trying to be real with people and talk about whatever they want to talk about. If you give us a subject, we will talk about it. I don't know. I just want to give people a sense of community, and that's like, another lottery thing for me is I want to give people a place where they go and they know that there's always somebody that will sit with them, or they know that there's always something for them to be included in. Like, I would love that.
To be included in something.
I have always liked to include other people, and maybe it's because I felt excluded in my life, but I definitely want to, like, include people. It's always something I'd like to do. That's why we've always had so many people at our house. Yeah. Which is weird in Florida because we don't have anybody here. And, like, honestly, we've definitely met people here, but it's so hard for me to have people over. I just feel like shit. And Doug is barely keeping it together around here. And, he's doing a good job of keeping it together. But I am just really picky. I like the house to be immaculate. And I really, like, stress out about, like, stupid details. I used to throw one hell of a party, but now it's different. I like to get healthy and have people over. Actually, I liked all the people that have been supporting us here and all the people that reached out when we were both having a really bad day the other day. And I'd like to do something for all of those people.
Like a bat mitzvah?
I don't know if that's what they want, but one of my friends who is like a manager,
like some sort of banquet hall.
So I have a friend who's like a manager at a Kohl's, and she's like offered to give us $1,000 when she gets paid. Like, are you kidding me?
Insane.
Like, Crystal, you're the most amazing person on the planet. I'm sorry if I wasn't supposed to say that. And well, obviously we're not going to take it, but and we're not there yet. Thank God. But and we're not going to be there. Everything's going to turn around. This podcast is going to go crazy. Someone's going to pay a small fortune to hear my deep dark secret that I said the other night for $1 billion.
Well, it wasn't 1 million a month for life.
I'm just going up to $1
All
billion.
right, that's all right.
Elon's got
Round
it.
it up. Round it up.
You know who I want to hang out with?
Who do you want to hang out with?
Kanye.
Why?
I just think he's interesting. I don't really think he's a bad guy. I just think that he's interesting and misguided sometimes, maybe.
Interesting.
And I think, I think you and I have been both guilty of saying things that maybe we shouldn't, or maybe things don't come out the way that we intend them to. Oh, don't even. He made the Donovan kid cry.
I did. Kid plays lacrosse in his yard against a net every day. Boom, 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 but making the noise. Boom. Every day he does it like clockwork, like probably 3 hours out there. And then he shows up at Halloween dressed as a lacrosse player. I'm like, wait, aren't you the kid from... Yeah. And you're a lacrosse player. And I demanded more creativity than that.
He was
right?
joking.
He was... No, I was not joking. My job in the world is to demand creativity at a higher level.
Doug,
This kid shows up...
Stop.
365 days a year. He is a lacrosse player. He can't become a hobo for one day. Dumb. It's dumb.
The little kid was cute. Doug was giving him
Be a skeleton. You can be a lacrosse player.
He was giving the
My
kid.
goodness.
He was giving the kid a hard time about his costume.
Was I?
And he was genuinely upset. He came upstairs freaking out because the kid was so upset.
The kid wasn't upset. The dad came back and said the kid was upset. And I'm like, what are you talking about? The lacrosse kid?
At the time, you were very upset.
I was upset because I didn't want to upset the kid, right?
That's my
point.
point.
But at the same time...
You upset the kid, and sometimes you need to learn to shut your mouth.
No, I don't.
Sometimes I need to learn to shut my mouth. But when you make a child cry, it's not funny. You don't make jokes about making a child cry.
Do I go for Halloween as a graphic designer? No, I go as the IT
you don't
guy.
have a job.
That's good. Dead parents, no job. Crazy wife. Crazy pothead wife. With ink all over her arm. Who can't sing. That has a thing for old dudes like Christopher Walken. Recap. This is my life.
And doesn't have a gag reflex.
I'm sure your parents are very proud.
I'm lining up possibilities. My parents don't talk to me. That's why I'm like this. I'm unloved. Except by you people, who I may have lost today. Clearly, we have no viewers. Anyway, let's talk to our little friends and be done with it, because...
For sure. Your little friend.
You're annoying me.
Oh,
no,
my,
you're not. You're really
Kristen
not annoying
Nations
me.
is here. She doesn't even know me. I've never met her. I'm supposed to, but
Oh, I have my favorite Kristen story.
but
I don't think, I think we can say people's first names and not
What
their
is it,
last names.
Kristen?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't.
I've been trying
whatever.
to say people's first names for the most part.
Okay. K.
Anne says it's like
K.
It's like watching a bad Asian movie, sync the sound with the lips. We don't know what we're doing.
We don't know what we're doing.
Sorry.
So there.
Perhaps you did suggest today that I start an Amazon wish list. Thank you for that suggestion, Anne.
Amazon.
Everyone, I would like a MacBook Pro with a T4, the same one Doug just got. Because
Actually, you know
I had to put that on my Apple card because I have 0% interest, and his computer was literally about to explode. It was warped like this.
It was like,
The
like the keyboard
battery
wasn't
was
even flat
expanding
anymore.
and expanding and expanding. It's going to start a fire.
It's
I want
the
to
creativity that comes out of
put the
these
damn
fingers.
thing in the pool already.
Yeah. What I would like, our toilet seat has a crack in it, so I would like a new one of those. If somebody could put that on the Amazon thing. I said, hey, honey, I found the toilet seat on Amazon. We could have it in a couple days. She's like, I'm not interested in buying it.
I'm not. I just can't. Right now, we just can't spend any extra money. But here's
Toilet seat.
Here's. I don't think a lot of other people come on television. They're like, we broke. We broke. We're really broke. I do miss welfare cheese from when I was a kid. That shit was bananas. shit was bananas.
Why did they just give you bananas?
They did give us bananas, peanut butter. We would get bread from the Pepperidge Farm factory. My mom would get Milano cookies, and I would get maybe one, but the whole car would be like Virginia Slims.
And Milano cookies. That's like growing up in the
Seriously,
70s and
it's a
80s right
miracle I
there.
kill
That's 70s, 80s. Well, you could still die from the Milano cookie and Virginia Slim secondhand smoke.
Oh my god!
Nonsense.
And the margarine. I ate margarine my entire
Ooh,
childhood.
I just saw a TikTok thing or whatever the other day on margarine. The guy was like, "No bueno, the margarino."
Let's finish talking to our friends so we can put them out of their misery. Okay. So, Anne, yeah, we're working on it. But anyway, yeah, our Amazon wish list includes a toilet and a MacBook Pro, the big one. And also, our phones aren't working, and
Phones are fine.
Doug needs a job, and I would like to go to a clinic, and we need like 10 acres, a really nice RV to travel the country in, and
No, we're not.
chef.
It sounds like you're begging.
I'm not begging. These are just all the things that we need.
We don't need them. You know,
We're fine.
Is a roof.
We
We
will
need
be
a roof.
fine.
Like the Mighty Diamond
Everything's
said,
gonna
we
be
need
fine.
a roof.
But I like the lottery game. It's fun.
Over our
It
head.
just makes me forget for a few minutes all the problems I have. And I realize most of them, except my health, and that, you know, everybody hates me.
Nobody hates who hates you. Well, there's a few people that have a cookout every year.
Every year, you can attend Stacy Con.
StacyCon.
A gathering of people who hate me. True story. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is...
I only went that one year. I only snuck out and went. I didn't tell you.
I don't know if my mom's ever been invited.
Oh, excellent.
She's in Louisiana. I found out third hand. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, oh my god, this weed makes me chatty.
Yeah, apparently.
And okay, back to the chat. I don't know what Todd was saying was in 1995, but I'm glad he was here. He sent me the nicest message today. Thank you so much. I don't know who Casey is. Oh, Stacy, I need to lighten up a bit. Still about the fire. We're still live. No, we knew. Terry, we know we're live. We know that we're ridiculous.
We're good.
I am obsessed with Christopher Walken. Okay. Let's see what's over here. What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just clearing that out.
Hey kids, I'm washing dishes now, but I'm listening. Deb Powdry. I know the name, but I don't know who that
Wormtown.
is.
Wormtown lady.
Ah.
Wormtown lady.
Is it Tracy from work?
Tracy from work.
She said chili.
Sure. Oh, because we were talking about the temp when we started. These are all old things, so this is passe.
Okay. Well, it wasn't cold.
Your aunt was laughing. No. That's sarcasm.
What do you think my aunt was laughing about?
You were talking about your dad or something, I think.
Oh.
Or something growing up.
I
or
bet
whatever.
she's got some stories. I want to hear this, but I think some of them are sad because
A lot of them are sad.
yeah, we have a torrid family history. But again, I'm really proud of my grandfather because in the end, he turned it around and was sober 31 years when he passed. Married to the love of his life, my grandmother, since 1976, which just happens to be the year I was born. Can you not just be a dick? Sounds like me and my partner.
See?
Deb,
Everybody
I
has
think
this thing.
that means that you guys have like a happy relationship. Where did my screen go? Oh,
There it is.
I think that means that you guys have a happy relationship
They seem happy.
because we do. Oh, and do we know her partner?
No, but I follow them on Facebook and I get to know that they do fun things and yeah.
Deb does say that we need a producer,
We
and
definitely
she
need
is
a producer.
100% correct. Please, Jeff, we'll put on our Amazon wish list. You're not in that screen. You have to come over. Your job is to make sure you're on both screens and to look at both cameras. Camera one?
Well, we have to figure out the whole
Camera
camera
two?
thing.
One.
Hence the producer.
Well, we're not going to have a producer, so we're going to have to figure this out. Okay. Charlie, my friend Charlie, we mentioned earlier, Charlie has the best voice, and he has very good stories. And
He has that like drawl.
And unlike myself and my
Charlie.
husband, he can stay on
Brooks.
one subject at a time.
Well, Doug,
That's not Doug.
let me tell you. That's
No,
that's
it's
sort of
more
like a Charlie.
beaconing. Mike has dick fingers. Remember? Mike had dick fingers. He died though. Rest in peace, Mike. He did die.
This is why we have a podcast, because Mike with the dick fingers.
He died.
We died.
You could die from dick fingers too.
Yeah.
Don't laugh. And be careful.
Dude, I never wanted to shake his hand. I was like, keep that over there.
Oh my God, the time he showed up with the tampons hanging out of his nose.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay. Anyway,
He was a good guy, good enough guy.
Remind us to talk some more about Mike sometime, because he was a great guy, but his addiction really got the worst of him, and we don't know what happened in the end, but it wasn't good.
The Dick Fingers thing came from a game of Cards Against Humanity.
I was trying to wrap it up and say let's talk about it another time.
I wasn't going to talk about him. I was just going to talk about it written on the blackboard in our dining room, and then the tutor shows up the next day.
You're going into the weeds, but go ahead.
Well,
the last comment, there's a few more comments, so you gotta go ahead, tell the rest of the story. We played Cards Against Humanity with Charlie and Keith, who just lost his dad. Keith, we're so sorry. I don't know if his stepdad or his biological dad, but either way, that's a lot. Of course he's got to worry about his mom.
Never good.
But anyway, we were all playing Drunk Mike, Dick Fingers, and Keith and the kids, they were like all teenagers at this point, and Charlie were there, and we were playing this game and eating pizza, and I got my IV going, and Charlie's voice would just beckon so bad you could probably hear it.
Oh, and then Charlie decided to just read his answers in British, which was hysterical.
Oh my God, Charlie, and he would be like, Doug.
What do you think of this?
What do I use? Oh, I can't. I'm going to say something way inappropriate. Anyway, we had a good time, and we made some good jokes, and we always have a blast with Charlie. Although he's like my brother, and we have we're best friends one minute, and we can't stand each other the next. We get mad. We fight constantly. We bicker like an old married couple. Me and Charlie bicker more than me and Doug bicker. Of course, Doug's never told me I was the dark cloud in his life.
Well,
actually,
over.
Can I just prime example of people not liking me who would love to go to Stacy Con? Charlie's mom. May she rest in peace. She was a lovely woman.
She didn't like you?
I ruined our prom picture.
How? Because
I was the only one who crossed their legs. Nobody told me not to cross my legs. I always thought I was supposed to cross my legs.
It's unprofessional.
I don't know. But that's the kind of thing that sticks with a kid. And I'm also super self-conscious about how I photograph, which is hilarious because Charlie last night this morning said, Doug is very photogenic. Like, Stacy, you look like shit. Thank you. I wasn't self-conscious enough as it is. Anyway, Charlie, I still love you, even though you're mean. Okay. And also, I think your mom was great, even though she was mean to me.
She was fine to me.
Yeah, she was very nice to you.
Probably
never give up on yourself. I will never give up on you, Charlie, no matter how much we fight. I do give up on myself a lot. There's a lot more to it. If you, I don't know what party you missed, but you're always invited. Won the lottery, own a personal island, small house, large garden. That's where you live now. I understand that it's not an island. You could just cut like a little path
make a moat
around your pond and you would be on an island, or you could buy one of the many islands that I've sent to you. Thank you, Mom and Dad. They want you to have your dream. Do it. And by the way, everyone, Charlie has a massive dong and he's single. Let's see what else we have. Tom. So Tom sold us the rights to that. I need his
That's right.
Spotify.
Tom was the star of the show.
And I don't know that line. What was better than snorting's a good line too.
What
is better than snorting?
Well, depends what you're snorting. I suppose. Right?
I recently learned that you can inject methamphetamine.
You can inject meth.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Didn't know that.
That's news to me.
You have to know that we do things. We Google really weird stuff because we're very inquisitive people. And one of our favorite episodes of Always Sunny in Philadelphia is the Dennis and Dee go on welfare, and they go into a bad neighborhood in Philadelphia to buy crack, and the guy says, they say to the guy, 1 crack rock, please. And the guy says,
well, they asked how much it was.
How much do you recommend for a beginner? And they said 1, and he goes, 1 crack rack, please. He goes, I'll tell you what, I'm running a special, 2 for 1. And they're like, okay, how much? And he goes, $200. And so I had to know how much crack was.
We had to Google
so if you
look
at my Google history, you'll know that I looked up how much crack was. Since COVID, I'm sure crack has gone through the roof. So I don't know what the current crack rates are, but considering my possible upcoming life of crime, I really should check it out.
So wait, because of COVID, crack went up because
more people need drugs and they're trapped in their house with their relatives. I will say this. We didn't have that problem, by the way. We did have a couple days where we avoided each other. We had 2 sets of stairs in our old house, so we could like literally not see each other for days. It was great. And but it was like, I don't know, 3 days of all of COVID.
Yeah, I do that now. I try to avoid you for a few times because I like my
it's
quiet.
a healthy
peace and
coping
quiet.
mechanism. Shutting down and ignoring your spouse.
I shut down. Booting up.
Okay.
I need a nap.
This
after
is
this
how Joe
podcast.
Rogan started. Well, that's good because I would like to be like Joe Rogan. I would like to have my own
You're
comedy
gonna be
club.
bald and a jujitsu guy.
Sure.
Okay.
I'd have more ink. I'd have enough money to have more ink. I'd have all kinds of cool ass cars. I'd have a trainer. I'd hang out with Ronda Rousey. Oh my God! I would. If we win the lottery, we might need personal security. I could hire somebody from like the UFC. I met Forrest Griffith was a client at one of the jobs I worked at.
I don't know who that
I don't
is.
think I'm supposed to say that.
I don't know who that is. But...
Anyway, I worked at many jobs. I gave him haircuts. I gave him haircuts. Just kidding. I didn't give him haircuts. Would have been happy to. But I feel like those poor UFC guys get. I don't know about his ears, but I feel like
cauliflower ears.
They might need something like a little longer, which I don't really like. On
I think
men,
they should rename.
Although I do like dreadlocks on men.
I think they should rename.
Ezekiel on The Walking Dead. They're not his real locks, but oh my God, he's so.
I think they should rename with MMA. Beat the hell out of each other, because they can literally just beat the hell out of each other.
MMA. Beat that. It's just too long to say.
No.
So anyway, we hope to be like Rogan and Charlie, and if you think that that's where we're heading, I'm impressed. I don't know what's true about the snorting, but just so you know, you can inject meth. Everyone learned something. Charlie remembers. Oh, he remembers playing Cards Against Humanity. Of course, you remember that.
Yeah, that was epic.
That was after you quit drinking, my friend. Incidentally, my friend Charlie is one of the many people I'm very, very proud of who has been sober. I think it's 12 years now. I actually got to give him. Sorry, Charlie, I'm so bad with dates. My brain is freaking mush. But I got to give Charlie his 10-year chip, and it was really one of the best moments of my life. I'm so proud of my friend. We go way back.
So what I did is I showed up at the ceremony for the 10th chip with a thing of Jack. And I guess I was not supposed to do that.
This is why the Donovan kid cried. It's why I'm gonna cry and file for divorce and be sad that I'm not gonna get any alimony. Oh my God. I wish I had been smart enough to do that.
What? Get alimony?
Leave myself in a decent financial position after leaving a relationship instead of being like,
Here's a house.
have a house.
Here's a house.
Here you. Have a house. Stupid girl.
All right. Well, stay married to me. Stay married to me.
I feel like I'm having a nervous breakdown tonight. Sorry. I feel like I seem like I'm having a nervous breakdown.
No, this is a normal Tuesday.
Can you put in the frame?
I put in the thing. I don't know why we have 2 cameras.
Because my feed needs it and your feed needs
Your
it.
feed, my feed. We all feed for ice cream.
Thank you,
I think we ran out of things to
for
talk about
hearing
tonight.
us. We got nothing else. Maybe we'll do better next week. We'd love to hear from you. If you think you have ADD or not, that was one question we asked. We're always happy to hear more about your lottery winning. What was the other thing we talked about? Whether you and your partner should or are best friends. We'd love to hear any suggestions or ideas you have. We'd love to hear if you'd love to be on with us once we figure out how to do that. We already have a bunch of people that want to.
We want questions. We want to answer your deepest, darkest questions.
Or have a topic that we discuss. And I'm going to come up with a question tonight that y'all can think of for the next one. But if you could let us know if Sunday through Thursday is better than Monday through Friday, we would love it. Thank you very much. What were you going to say?
That was it. I'm going to say goodnight, Gracie.
We wish you peace, love, and happiness, and we hope you wish everyone else the same.
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't we?
Why not just say something nice, Doug? Just say something encouraging or positive. Manifest the life you want.
The future is unwritten. Grab life by the horns. Tomorrow's a new day.
I feel that it's better to. Why are you so jumpy?
I don't know what you're doing under the table.
Touching you on the parts we're married.
No, it's not. We gotta go. Marital hate. Episode 2.